The time has finally arrived. It's official. Peyton Manning, no longer a member of the Indianapolis Colts. We just watched the press conference with Peyton and Jim Irsay. Just a weird scene all the way around. A little bit emotional, but now begins the part everyone's waiting for, is where he's going to go next. What are you expecting, both time frame and just kind of how it's all going to shake out in the next couple of weeks for Peyton?
Well, Peyton certainly seemed a little bit ignorant to the whole thing. At least that's the front he was putting up. But be warned that his camp has already been waiting for this day for a long time, and Tom Condon, his agent, his camp will obviously have a plan in place. And I think what that's going to involve is some sort of pro day workout, where instead of him having to work out for 6-7 individual teams, he'll stage one workout in one place and invite teams that he's interested in perhaps playing for to that workout. He's going to show them how his arm strength is better than it was during the rehab process, and I think he's going to want to show off that, yes, he is much healthier than a lot of the reports have suggested he is. How
soon do you think you see this happening? I mean, I know he said, I haven't really thought about where I'm going to play next, which I don't believe for a second. Right. And all these, saying all the right things, but you got to figure he already has some ideas in mind. Maybe there's even been some contact unofficially between his agent and some of the teams. How quickly do you think it can happen?
Yeah, I'm sure there's been at least a feeling out process without breaking NFL rules. Of course, we have to mention that is tampering. He was a Colt until today. So,
although Romeo Crennel didn't mind at the combine mentioning his name.
Certainly didn't. We'll see what that story takes. But yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously going to involve him sort of weighing the positives and negatives. But I think it's going to be a fairly short period of time. I really do. Free agency begins on the 13th, and it wouldn't stun me if he finds a new team before then.
So it could happen quick. We know there's a lot of factors everyone seems to talk about why one team would be better than the other. What do you see as the most important factors that possibly could be to Peyton?
I think Peyton wants to win, number one. And I think that's the biggest thing.
No doubt.
Yeah, people have said that, Stephen Ross, nobody's going to outspend him, the owner of the Dolphins. But I really think that money is only a very small part of the equation from Peyton's end. Will he want to get paid? Absolutely.
And he will.
Yeah, and he will. And there's enough interest, enough teams out there. But I think he wants to go to a place where he's got an offensive system around him. And when I system, I really just mean talent, because whatever team he joins, it's going to be the Peyton Manning offense. Now look, throw the revenge factor out there. Would the chance to play the Colts this year be appealing to him? I think so. There's no question about it. Look at what he said before the draft in 1998. Don't draft me, he said this to the Colts. I'll come back and kick your you-know-what for the next 15 years. I think he wants to do that for the next 3 to 5 years.
We saw it with Brett Favre. You know that he wanted to get back at the Packers, but Peyton, he seemed like he was so glowing towards the city of Indianapolis and the fans, and he loves it. He does the aw shucks kind of thing. Is that just a front?
Not a front. It's a big part of who Peyton is, but I do think that deep down he is a cold-hearted competitor. Yeah. This guy wants to win so badly, and he wants to prove to Jim Irsay that he made a mistake in letting him go today.
The next step is finding out what team, and that's going to take a little while. Can't wait to see what's going to happen next. You can follow it all right here at ProFootballWeekly.com.